This is exactly what beauty pageants are: retrograde and demeaning.
What? Guru, what the hell is she talking about?
Emma, I don't think people know their facts.
I don't think she knows anything. I think we need to address this, Guru.
We need to talk.
We need to talk. Welcome back to our channel. We are the Pageant Gurus, and well, this is another news bulletin because this was a very, very funny incident that happened that affected us in the pageant community. So, Guru and I decided, I know it's been long overdue, but we're going to be addressing all the ridiculous things that we and everybody saw in this video and were peeved by it. So, Guru, tell us a little bit about what this video is and what's it about?
So basically, it's as simple as Miss Netherlands organization that had been organizing the Miss Netherlands competition that sends its delegate to Miss Universe has basically scrapped the pageant. And basically, they have got a new organization or rebranded itself. They feel that the years or the times of the crown and the sash is over. Let's talk about mental health. Let's talk about women empowerment. And basically, they've launched their own platform where women are going to talk. They're going to be, it's going to be basically a platform where women will come out and they will talk about their mental health issues and the other issues that women face. And as a byproduct of this news comes a news channel and a very pertinent news reporter talking about the impact that this event has. But not just that, going to the extent of calling pageants regressive, that there is no room in the world for pageants. Yeah, I think they're just a bit too strong. They just need to be a little more balanced, and fact check need to be done as well. I do remember that she had made a similar video a year back talking of the same thing when there was this whole controversy in Miss Indonesia, where there were reports of sexual harassment at the event itself, where the organizers were trying to get close to the contestants. And pretty much copy paste of that is what we heard this time around as well. So, where should we start?
I think the best way to address this funny, ridiculous episode from this person who has her own YouTube channel is like you need a fact check, like Guru said, and also you have no idea what's happening in the pageant community, what's really going on with women, and how they really feel and experience a beauty pageant from all aspects of it, not just being an audience, but we at Pageant Gurus, we know and we are interacting not only with beauty contestants, with the people who are like the audience, with the organizers, with national directors. So we know how it feels on all different levels. If you don't have that exposure or knowledge, you can't just say things ridiculously. So how we're going to address this, Guru, is we are going to be showing snippets of the video. It's a 4-minute video that she took out. We're going to show you a minute of the video, and then Guru and I are going to address the ridiculous nonsense that she said on it and give you guys the facts as we see it and as we know best to our knowledge. So here's what is the first part. Guru, there we go. Let's play the first bit and how this show started.
Picture this. Dozens of nations come together. They hold a competition, a parade of scantily clad young women who are rated and ranked. The male gaze laps it up. There is abuse behind the scenes. There is buffet-style toxicity on stage, but apparently it is all worth it because finally one woman gets to win the honor of a tiara. Do you have the ick yet? Wouldn't a contest like this be all kinds of problematic? It should have no place in our world, right? Well, too bad that it does, because if you haven't guessed it yet, this is exactly what beauty pageants are: retrograde and demeaning. Yet they have been conducted for years in dozens of forms at international and regional levels with titles that belong in the cringy adjective hall of fame, like Miss Petite Global or Miss Glam World.
Okay. All right, let's just address this 1 minute what we just saw. First of all, she talks about how these scantily clad women are posing in front of the male gaze. Okay, first thing, I think that was so funny because it's not the male gaze. I mean, do you know who watch pageants? I mean, what is the major community, Guru? I think I know for a fact that we have a lot of LGBTQ community that is crazy about pageants, and straight people as well, and women and girls, and so many. I mean, fashion designers, you have beauty consultants, you have makeup companies. I mean, the whole fashion industry is watching beauty pageants. What does she mean by watching the male gaze? It just makes no sense. I mean, I can't even find the adjective. And I know what you laughed at, Guru. Go on, go on.
I think it's very clear that the agenda is already set.
Yeah.
There's no room for a balanced conversation, and that's what I really did not like in this entire episode, and specifically in the way it was set. When you're giving a view, then give a very balanced view. Here it was from the get-go that beauty pageants have no place in the world. They are retrograde, and they are demeaning to women, and that is far from the truth.
Absolutely. And then she goes on to say that it's like, it's cringy in the Hall of Fame. What are you talking about? On an international level and regional level, we produce the best beauty queens from India, the most successful, powerful women with strong voices that use that voice even in their lives now to make a difference in the community and whatever that they wanted to do, whatever their endeavors are. Has she forgotten all of that? What is she talking about? So is she, disrespecting Aishwarya Rai, Shishmita Sen, Lara Datta, all our beauty queens? What about our first Miss World, Rita Faria? What was the name?
Yeah.
Rita Faria. She was scantily clad. No, she was in a bathing suit. She was crowned in her swimwear, which she looked absolutely gorgeous. So I want to ask Palki Sharma, you talk about scantily clad women. When I'm wearing a bikini on the beach, am I not allowed to wear that? Are girls not allowed to wear swimsuits? Are girls not allowed to show their belly button?
Emma,
What are you talking about?
I think let's go to the very first principles as to nobody is forcing any women to participate here. And
Yeah.
we should have an evolution like the things are. And we've seen that, even in swimsuit competitions, women have been given choices of not just wearing a one piece or a two piece. There are burkinis as well. And people move on as well. So I just felt that this was very scantily researched in terms of what was presented, and talking of these pageants, which probably even none of us have heard of, is not the benchmark that one should be looking at. So please do your research better and give a more holistic view is what we feel.
Absolutely.
And I would also, she spoke about it being demeaning to women. So let's have a look what the two previous Miss Universes from India had to say about them being Miss Universes. Have a look.
Absolutely.
I will lose the weight. But what are we going to do about the character everyone else lost in the process? So I think body shaming is not a cool concept. And let me also tell you, there are people in this world who have genetic issues, people who have health conditions. You're never going to be consistently perfect.
Over the years, I've heard so much about beauty pageants. I heard it on the night that I was crowned, which was my final question. And I've heard it over the years while I've mentored some incredible young women through this country. And a lot of times people see this sash and they see this crown. And they say that, oh, it objectifies women, it's so degrading. I can tell you this in 20 years of experience. The love, the respect, and the admiration I have received, not just from my country, but from people all across the globe, because of this sash and this crown. And the fact that not for a single day have I forgotten that I am India's Miss Universe, first and foremost.
Oh my God. These words are so powerful and they just, give me goosebumps. These are real powerful women. Even after 20, 25 years of winning the pageant, it has just brought so much of glory to our country. And which is why I felt coming from India, this report was very, very distasteful.
Right. Yeah. From an Indian, I think, being an Indian woman, and for her to talk so sternly, and on what capacity are you saying that this is demeaning women? No, it's not. It's emancipation. I don't think she understands the word emancipation or what it really entails. So, well, there's lots more that happened. So take a look at the second part
This happens
of what
across
she
dozens
said.
of countries, but one nation among them has come to its senses, the Netherlands. They have held the Miss Netherlands beauty pageant for 35 years now, but after its long misogynistic run, the contest is being scrapped. The Netherlands wants to transform the pageant into a platform for mental health, where women can share their life stories and talk about their struggles. The Netherlands has called the beauty pageant, and I'm quoting, no longer of this time, and rightly so. But few others think so. A decade ago, a town in Argentina banned beauty competitions, calling them sexist. Other places like Nepal and Israel have temporarily shunned such pageants, but for their personal political gains. So why is the pickup so slow? Why aren't more nations raging against these abusive contests?
Oh, really? Really? Oh God. I don't know where to begin, Guru. There's just a whole lot of bullshit that happened in that 1 minute.
Yeah.
I don't know where to start, but the first thing is like the funny thing is like Netherlands have scrapped beauty pageants because of the misogynistic run. Okay, first of all, does she even know there was a transgender woman who competed in Miss Netherlands and Miss Universe? They have been open. They have made it very, very equal in many ways for everyone to compete. I don't see how misogyny comes into it when you have a transgender woman representing Miss Netherlands. Makes no sense to her to say that. And it's like it's no longer in this time because Netherlands is no longer in this time. How much do you want it to be? When you're having the contest open, when Miss Universe itself was open the competition to so many kinds of people and genders coming in, and there's no restrictions with body type, age, sexual orientation, none of it. How is she saying it's no longer the same? And I don't know where this research has come from. What do you have to say about that, Guru? I was just like really, I couldn't digest that nonsense.
So I would like to press this in two parts. The first is the fact that, yes, Netherlands has scrapped the pageant and called it a performance or empowerment platform. However, if we actually go back and understand why this happened, is also because the national directors were changed last year. They were handpicked again, and they were not able to get the franchise, and hence they have scrapped it. So
And
it's
when she's
like
saying scrap, Guru, which pageant is she talking about? Miss Universe, Miss World, Miss International,
which goes to
Supernational?
Miss Universe. So there was a competition that the winner of which would go to Miss Universe representing the Netherlands. So that, that organization has changed its way of working. However, there will be another license which will still hold a pageant, which will go to Miss Universe as Miss
Okay.
Netherlands. So
Okay.
it's just like if, for example, Liva Miss Diva says we will not send anyone to Miss Universe. You want to make it into a platform, but then you have Miss India Universe of where Ria Singha went. So it's just an organization. It's not that the country has said no. It's
Exactly.
it's just that organization that was there for 35 years, they have chosen now to just use this as a mental health platform. So that was so it's not, a country has not taken this and they have not gotten up, and even within
Yeah, so
Netherlands they've not really felt that's what was the need of it. It's not, the house is still divided, because there are women who have felt that this actually helps. So
absolutely. So, question, Guru, that means this is to you, Palki Sharma. FYI, we are going to see a Miss Netherlands in Miss World, Miss Supranational, Miss International, um, Miss Grand International. We are going to see representatives from Netherlands compete in these pageants and even Miss Earth. So here is the information to you. What you just said was absolutely bullshit. You did not know what you were talking about. You did not research it. You did not understand what is the role of an organization affiliated with a beauty pageant and what a national director does and what is the contract all about and the tenure and what they can do after that. So here is the facts that we just stated.
the
All right,
other
then she
thing
goes on
is
to talk
there,
about hmm,
when she, in fact, the pageant calls itself, or the new platform, they call
hmm.
themselves as no longer of this time.
The normal time, yeah.
Which doesn't make sense. How can they choose the new platform's name no longer of this time? As in, they themselves are no longer of this time. I didn't understand that part.
Maybe the dinosaurs. I
Like, why would they allude to this organization when they've chosen to move to a new way of working? Again, they're regressing in terms of how they are even positioning their own organization. The third
absolutely.
is that, organizations have actually, like Miss Universe or Miss World. In fact, Miss World have been there forever when we talk of beauty with a purpose, where they're empowering women. So they have actually meshed it well within the organization's core beliefs and what it gives back to the women and to society at large. So just having a platform which is empowering for women, this is already happening in Miss Universe. What is this voice for change,
It's
where
happening every
women come and talk? What is this beauty with a purpose projects that women do? So it's already there. So I didn't find anything new in that platform. I think it's just to make a statement. It was more a PR stunt, I would say, because even otherwise, like you mentioned, last year in 2023, we had a trans woman, the first trans woman to actually represent Netherlands at Miss Universe, Ricky. And so
exactly.
just for the heck of it, I just
And,
believe we
and
said it.
yeah, and then she goes on to talk about how, her hard-hitting journalism, which was absolute fart. She talks about Argentina banning pageants, Nepal banning pageants. What are you talking about? We've had Nepal contestants coming in top, top 20. We had Miss Nepal causing an uproar in Miss Universe. We've had Miss Nepal being so popular in all of the pageants. They're still competing. They're still very much alive. What are you talking about? Who is banning pageants? Where are you getting this information from? It is just absolutely ridiculous. And then she says, abusive contest. What is abusive? Please state what is abusive. Let me tell you one thing. We have a lot of misogyny in the world in many aspects of our life. We see a lot of controversies, and she says it's all about money. Of course, it's about money. If it's not about money, it's not charity. They're not doing that for what the hell are they doing it for? Of course, you want to make money. The girls in it to make money. Everyone's in it for money. You have endorsements. We are voting in with our votes. We are they're endorsing people. We have bloggers who are getting their airtime so that their channels can work. It's everything on this planet is about money. So what is wrong in that? I don't get it. That was absolutely nonsense that she was talking. It's a money making. Everything is money making in
In
this
fact,
world.
yeah,
If it's not,
Nawad directly says one of the B is business, right? He
it
doesn't
has to be business. Yeah.
hide
I
away
mean,
from
you
that.
have, exactly. I mean, you're coming up with the products. Of course, we've not seen anything from Miss Universe, but you see Nawaz showcasing these girls, selling whatever they're doing. They're into the business. They're having their endorsements. They're having their own contracts, beauty contracts, fashion contracts. They're getting to be ramp models. They're getting to be on movies. This is this how life is. It has to be a money. So I don't see that being
And in
anything.
fact, there is not just one
Hey,
tiara, as she had mentioned. In fact, in Miss Grand, all 10 of them get their own tiaras. Even the outgoing queen gets a tiara. So come on. And
I don't
Cosmo
know.
has two tiaras now. So I just felt it was not researched. Well, it was
There's
just very
nothing
hard
research.
hitting just to,
The
the way of,
funniest thing, Guru, is her tone, the way she talks. She's like, as if she's like, in the men, the misogynistic and the abusive and that. What are you talking about? You want to make an impact? Try researching a little bit, try understanding the truth, and then talk, because then it's just like, oh, you come off as an absolute airhead. So don't bludgeon something you have no idea about. All right, now let's listen to the third part of this ridiculous news bulletin. Take a look.
So why is the pickup so slow? Why aren't more nations raging against these abusive contests? Because they're big money. The beauty pageant industry is worth $5 billion. Most of these contests are sponsored. That's another $300 billion. Companies, even countries, benefit from these pageants. So why would they have a problem with it? But no amount of glitter or gold can distract us from the darker issues lurking beneath the surface. Listen to the conditions to participate in most of these contests. The contestants have a weight limit. They have to be a certain height. They must be unmarried and childless. And I'm not making these up. In 2018, Miss Ukraine was disqualified after officials found out that she was a divorced mother. And last year, Miss France was publicly abused for her short hair. Are these the qualifications of beauty? Or rules for a puritanical culture? Now, pageants obviously say that they are more than this, that they give women major scholarships. But reports say that that is not true. These scholarships usually offer a fraction of the money that pageants promise. So now the organizers say that they give women confidence. And that too has been debunked. According to a study, 26% beauty pageant winners have eating disorders. Nearly half of them want to be thinner, and these are women who've already won beauty pageants. They're apparently the fairest of them all, but even they find faults in their own appearance.
Okay, so here is what she said. Now she's talking about sponsorships, and that's why, because of sponsorships and country benefits, that's why they don't want to talk about all the bad things that happen. Everything has sponsorships. You are a beauty queen or a spokesperson. You're representing your country, whether you're a politician or whatever. You are representing your country, and there's pride in that. And why wouldn't your country support you? Why would they want to stop something? And she talks about the darkness lurking in the background, and she's talking about, eating weight height restrictions. First of all, madam, we do not have weight height restrictions anymore in beauty pageants. We have curvy women, we have married women, we have like much older women, we have women who have children. Of course, there's an issue where you don't have to be pregnant, because yes, you can't fulfill your duties, because you might have even swimsuit endorsements during your reign. So that it was absolutely nonsense. And she then talks about, Guru, about how that the scholarships were all fake, and then the pageants are saying we give women confidence, but the women are not confident. Women want to be thinner, women don't want to eat, women where is all this coming from? I'm sorry, but women can be the way they want to be. That is how inclusive pageants have become. So I want you to just help everyone understand, Guru, when she said all these things, which was absolutely not true. How do you want to address the fact that she's saying that we beauty pageant contestants in general have no confidence? Do you think that is true in any sense?
Okay. I think there are three levels at which I'd like to answer this. The first part about business, and Emma mentioned slightly on that yes, everything is a business, and one should not forget that if beauty pageants are giving livelihood to the likes of millions and billions of people, plus the entire fashion industry, we've seen so many fashion designers. It's a stage for them, or a platform for them as well, to be able to showcase their work. And there's so many, ancillary industries that get impacted for that, which is the way the world is. So
Yeah.
when it talks of sponsorships, when it comes to, who are your media partners or your social media partners, this is the way work happens, right? So I didn't really understand why was it being called out as something which is
It's
not,
bad.
you know, uh, and it's a brand. So if we look at Miss Universe, they talked about the fact that now it is beautifully confident and not confidently beautiful, their tagline. So, which is where also, when we talk of the big four or the big six, the alpha pageants, they are the ones that have the responsibility of taking the mantle forward of how evolution of a beauty pageant is. Okay, we are not talking of the current Anne's evolution and the blonde and blue eyes, but in general, we've seen the likes of, important qualifiers being dropped. So 2012, when trans women were allowed, to when, married women were allowed, then there was no age limit. So What I just felt was that this part of the line of the video probably was shot almost a decade back. She's not up to
Sure.
date with what is going on. We've seen that, yes, 2018, she was Miss Ukraine was dethroned because at that time, those were the rules. And if she is not aligned or she has hidden things, then of course she should be disqualified because there are clear rules and regulations and
Seriously,
structures
yeah.
with which organizations should work. So I just felt that
Yeah, you
it's
just
been taken from different time zones, different eras, and then just trying to just make a case that makes her narrative sound right. And I just felt that that was quite weird. And about confidence, yes, let me say that this job is not an easy job, especially with the advent of social media. And we've seen
Mm.
queens feel the pressure. And I do believe that they become role models after that because they have gone through 100 times more the kind of stress and pressure that um, the pageants give them. And which industry doesn't give stress? Talk of the corporate world, talk of the fashion world, talk of airlines. Everyone goes through stress, pressure, and that leads to ABC things, right? We've seen the likes of Zosie when she was not fitting the quintessential beauty queen standard, but Miss Universe crowned her. We talk
Correct.
of Demi
Correct.
Lee Thibault, who
Yeah.
was the shortest contestant. She thought
Mm.
that she has no chance. She was crowned.
Yeah.
Harnaz, even though she put on her weight gain, it wasn't the Trump era where they would, she was coming under the radar to be fired. Whereas, I do feel we are moving in the right direction. And every industry has its plus and minuses, which doesn't mean that the industry should be chopped off. This is where I have a problem that beauty pageants should not exist. You know, you go and solve the problem. When last year, this time in February, when we had this whole news of Anne coming out and talking about, the whole leaked videos, we called it
Mm.
out. So
Yeah.
it's where things have to be, improved. You give that feedback and you solve the issue rather than saying that we'll just chop off. Then nothing should exist, because at every stage, be it
We
any corporate, be even non-profit organizations, there is politics going on. There will be some or the other narrative that you can put in that makes things difficult for merit or meritorious progress in life. And
Absolutely.
yeah, so
Yeah, and then when talking about confidence, and then she's like, how Miss France was bullied because of her short hair. Zosie Bini had shorter hair, and she won the
yeah.
pageant.
And in
And,
fact,
and
this year in France, the second year,
it's a
also
short
they
haired
have
girl.
brought a short
Yes,
haired girl.
it's
So
another short haired girl,
I think
and
that's
it
how
was
you break the
very
stereotype.
and it was a very small majority of people that were against the short hair or they didn't like her. And it had nothing to do with the hair at all. She was a beautiful girl from France, and we have another short one. And the pageant of Miss France this year was so beautiful. It was so amazingly done. Oh my God, it felt like a dream. Like that's the kind of, the creativity you want to see from France. I mean, they celebrate the woman's beauty truly. Who
It's
what are you
entertainment, right? At
talking
the end of the
about?
day.
Yeah. Like, what are you talking about? Like, and they have eating disorders. I'm sorry. Have you seen Miss Alabama, who was crowned? She is Miss Alabama. She's a plus size woman. What eating disorder? Eating too much or eating too less? And they have to be thinner and they have to be the fairest of all? No, they don't. You have no idea what she's talking about. We have had women from all countries and different cultures, different skin color types get crowned with different hair and everything, body types. I mean, this is what happens when you don't do your homework. This is when you just want to create a negative impact because of
But
whatever. You
then,
have more
you know,
followers, so you think you can say
correct,
whatever you
Emma.
want to get away with it.
Because Emma, if she has to, okay, you've made that statement, but then just extend it, then even Bollywood should not be there because there is nepotism. And
Of
then we
course,
should not be having this industry as well. Then just keep shutting down
why-
industries, right?
Bollywood is probably the most toxic then because then a newcomer gets nothing. I mean, unless you have the casting couch issues, which now comes up, which now all these women are speaking up with all the casting couch issues. What about Bollywood? Let's talk about Bollywood. Then you have the guts to call out that. No, you calling out things, no one's going to come back and give it to you. But the pageant gurus are not going to be quiet. We are going to be addressing this straight up on your face, Palki Sharma. All right, so this is another part of this
The last
ridiculous
one.
episode.
Oof.
Please. Look,
Nothing
the
seems to be
last
good
one.
enough,
Take a
and
look.
it never will be, because this game is rigged. When you pit a woman against another who is made to walk around like an unnamed entity known only by the name of a country or state, she is vying to be the shiniest object in the room, nothing more than that. Is this what we want for women? What about the young girls watching this dystopia, learning from it? That's years of damage right there. We have said this before and we'll say it again. Beauty pageants have no place in our world. The Netherlands finally accepts it. About time that other countries catch up.
Oh God.
The Netherlands of college. Okay. In that,
Netherlands
what,
is
30
still
seconds?
stunning. Yeah.
I mean, in 30 seconds, the amount of garbage that came out of that woman's mouth. Oh my goodness. I just want to just talk about the rigged game. Let me just, the thing I'm going to address. Pitting a woman against another. It's a competition.
Everywhere, yeah.
Pitting women against each other. It's a
Happens
competition.
everywhere.
Happens on game shows. It happens in politics. It
Sports.
happens everywhere. Sports, name it, it happens. It happens in the office. I think the worst. Forget about beauty pageants.
Schools,
The
offices.
co-workers in your office are the worst. They're the ones who destroy you. They're the ones who ruin your reputation. They're the ones who go and backstab you. You don't see that in beauty pageants, even though they proclaim sisterhood. Yes, there's a certain amount of sisterhood where there's a group of girls that are just, supporting the winner. There's so many that support the winner and are happy that somebody's won. What are you talking about? And the dystopia, the young women and their unnamed entities that represent by the
Had a gift that I was given by the universe, probably one of the biggest gifts of my life, to represent my country, to be the second lady from this country to win the Miss Universe crown. And it's extremely difficult when you're a young 18, 19, 20-year-old to stand in front of a live audience and, speak about subjects that probably you still know very little of.
These
They
girls
take
are known
pride.
by their names. They have the way they sash of the country proudly, and they're known by their names, by their advocacies, by their personality, their hobbies, their whatever that describes them. That is put in front of us to know the girl. We
It's
just
like,
don't see a photograph and a country name.
it's like when you go to a sports and then you're given that medal or you're representing India, it's a matter of pride. I just feel that the lens through which she has seen the whole thing is very myopic, and it's distasteful to an extent now.
Very,
You know,
very distasteful. And she's like, about young women watching this, and what are they seeing in the dystopia? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Do you know what young girls see? We have nurtured and we have guided a lot of young pageant queens who want to get into pageantry already in it, and we know what they feel, the passion, because it's a platform for them to achieve something and move on to bigger things in their lives. And they have so many of these young girls. Priyanka Chopra was 18 years old when she won it. Okay, she was so young, so intelligent, so bright, and look at her today. Look how successful she is. Do you even know what these girls think about? No, we're not getting emotionally scarred or mentally scarred by watching beauty pageants. And then here's the funniest thing. Netherlands took a stand. She's glorifying Netherlands. So talk about India. Talk about India. Why are you going to Netherlands, right? Netherlands took a stand and they banned it. No, madam, no. We're seeing Netherlands compete in every pageant this year. Guru, I just can't digest this. I need soda bicarb right now. Crap,
no,
I
and
just
we've just seen Miss Grand International Crown Miss India, and we've seen how the entire pageant community, and not just the pageant community, every Indian is feeling so proud of, and this is her, rise to fame. She wanted to be in Bollywood. She wants to be a star, and it's basically the entertainment industry. And there are women who aspire for that. And why would you want to cut off their dreams? Why would you want to choose on their behalf? They
Who are
are,
you? Yeah.
I just felt that it was too, the agenda was already set. And if, you guys happen to see another video which happened when Arbini was crowned in 2022, ditto.
She just comes off as a very bitter, cynical woman. A woman can do whatever she wants in her life. All right. No, whether, and I think if I'm dressed well and a man is looking at me and he gives me a compliment, I think it's wonderful. I think men, no, you can't bludgeon men and say they're misogynistic. No, not all men are. This is an insult to men. Also, the way she put it across, I think it's wonderful. If I dress well and a man pays me a compliment, it does make me feel good. Of course it is. And not every man has a very, horrifying or, sinister way of looking at a woman. So it's absolute nonsense. So she's not only insulted women, she's insulted men as well. She's insulted the pageant community. What about all the LGBT community that are such diehard fans of pageantry? They support it. And all, the designers, the makeup artists, all gay. And they are so bloody brilliant. They're so amazing. And they respect women. Oh my God, they respect women. Do you know how Harnaz had hell when her reign when she went to Philippines? You know the love she got from there? Oh my God, the love that she got from this community. All right, there were men and women and LGBT, every one of them. It's all about love. And what happened to Harnaz? She went through a bad thing, but she's back, baby. She is in Bollywood. She's going to come up with a movie. She's looking fantastic. It did not break her. It built her up again. And we saw her on Miss Cosmo stage as well. So you know what? You need to research, Palki Sharma. You've got a personal issue with something, come out and speak about it. But don't go targeting things you have no.
True.
Emma
And
from the Pageant Guru and Guru, of course, we have an open invitation to Palki Sharma to come on our show and let's talk pageants. And then let's address your issues. What do you say, Guru? Do you think she's going to come?
absolutely. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Yeah, but it's important that this video had to go out.
Yes.
And it's our responsibility. And good work that people do, they don't want to talk about it as well. For example, Aishwarya Rai still, even till this date, works with Smile Train and the cleft palate surgeries. These women become role models. Sometimes when they're young, they probably don't know what they're being exposed to. But this has definitely a flip side, positive and negative. So let's just be a little more balanced, a little more cool, and just chill. It came across as if she has the right to just close and tala lagao of this industry and move. So,
Jailer Saab, band kar do. Jailer Saab, like, what is going on? Tihar jail. I was just watching a thing on Tihar jail. Like, bus finished. That's it. Close it. Ban. Netherlands has banned it. All of them. Netherlands hasn't banned it, lady. No, they haven't. Nobody has banned it. Everybody's competing. Okay. Somebody else is going to be the national director. Somebody's going to take over the franchisee. It's still going on. So you have no idea what you just said. So here is a bit of information, and I hope you watch this episode because I hope it enlightens you a little bit because you seriously need it, girl. Wow, that was fun. I think, Guru, we've been wanting to address this for so long and we finally got a chance to do it. I mean, New Year's has been crazy.
Better late than never. Yes, it had to be. It was a lingering episode that had to be short, but I'm glad we did. So, guys, what do you have to say about it?
Absolutely. But guys, do let us know what you think about it. Yeah, we're gonna you guys all know about this episode. Of course, we put snippets of it as well. So do let us know what you thought about her views and of course our views as well. And do share what you think and what beauty pageants really mean to you and exactly how do you compete, like how do you relate to something like this when somebody talks about something you're so passionate about? How would you react to it?
My problem here is that this video has been seen by 171,000 people, and when you're at a position of power, then and people look up to you, then episodes like these can be quite misleading to what reality is. So I hope this video does well. So let's just hope. Guys, please do share this video, spread the word across because it is important for us as pageant crazy community.
Yes, speak up for your passion, of course. And if guys, no one has the right to bludgeon anybody. She's being a bully here. She's the one bullying everybody. She's the one spreading lies. She's the one who's not talking the truth, and she has followers, and that's a responsibility you have. So we Guru and I talk a lot about this. People call themselves influencers.
We should go to her video and then do hashtag watch Pageant Gurus. So guys, guys can go to this video. We'll put the go and write in her comments that watch the Pageant Gurus.
You want to know the truth? Watch the Pageant Gurus. And the thing is, this is the thing. We have a responsibility being influencers. You can't just call your influencer and talk utter nonsense and spread lies. You're spreading lies and hate for no reason, with no truth, no basis, no foundation of anything what you just said. Just because you have followers does not give you the right to influence people's mind with lies. So, and that's what we never want to do or never promote on our show as well. That's why we keep it open to everybody. We have a lot of fun stuff coming up, and of course, we're going to be putting out more episodes as well. This was an important one, so do like, share, subscribe, hit the bell button to be notified on our upcoming videos, and of course, follow us on Instagram if you haven't already, because we are putting out some really, really fun reels which go viral, guys. So yeah, people are taking notice of the Pageant Gurus.
We're on TikTok as well.
Oh, that's it for us today. Well, take it. Shukriya.